I'm walking down to go to a place called North Coast Road in London, and it has a bunch of charity shops. And one of my favorite things is looking at them and see what they have in store. I've done this since I was a kid, and it's just kind of like if I want to go for a little walk from working too much and I don't have any plans with anyone else, I would just go and see something else. Like go to Clapham is what they call it, and just hang there, have a coffee in my hand. I made it at home. I wanted to talk about, a lot of people talk about US versus UK and what's the benefits, what are the benefits, what are the cons of living in both of the countries. And I lived in both in my life, and I would say UK, what I love about the UK is the humbleness of people and respectful, like people are super respectful and super cool. Also you have NHS here, which is like honestly, when something happens and you need to go to the doctor and you don't have to pay out of pocket, or they don't have to like sell you shit. I remember going to a doctor in the US when I was there, and they would do my blood work, and they said like we have to do a test, right? Blood test. And then they said we're gonna do a full blood count. While they were doing the tests and stuff, then all of a sudden I see somebody pushing a cart or something, and they're pushing this cart, and so it's like, what are you doing with this? But they're like, we want to test your heart. And I'm like, but I haven't asked for this. I was like, oh, but we can do it. And I was like, how much is it gonna cost me just to do a quick it's called like a literally 2 minutes, like checking my pulse and stuff. And they said, oh, $60. I was like, get the fuck out of here. So I basically told them to take it out of the room, and I didn't do it. And then my bill came, and I remember instead of them doing one blood count, they did two. They split it up in two to get more money out of it. So my insurance was covering me, but it was like the insurance only covers you for like 60-70% of the cost. And overall in total it came to about $1,000 for one blood count that I did. And I was like, here in the UK you just get it for free, no problem. What next thing is the thing that I love about the US is how open it is and how big it is. So there's a lot more space. You don't have to like, right now you're probably seeing that I was going past people. In the US you just don't have that problem. Like the pavements are massive. The just overall there's a ton of space. Like even the houses and just the places you go to, like even that you go to like do some errands or something, and you have to go to an institution, like their offices are never like packed, because they always have like employees working. Like there's no like, they never in a shortage or something where they don't have English speaking people or whatever. And it's like everywhere you go you don't have to line up for so long and wait for so long and stuff. Everything's like super quick and super nice and big and easy and accessible. That's one of the things that I really love. I'll never forget that. I was walking to meet my ex-girlfriend I wouldn't say ex-girlfriend, but it's like somebody that we were together for a short time, and I remember meeting her, and it was like my meeting spot was like 25 minutes walk from where I was, and I could literally see where she would come. So there was like a Target store, and I was just like further away, but I could see it because there wasn't any buildings. I could just walk straight to it for 25 minutes. And you walk through the streets and stuff, but it's just like you see the things because it shows where is it, and you just walk around there. There's no like a route or anything. You just go directly. And that's that type of, you could never understand if you've never lived there or you've never visited like a town that's like outside of the big ones. You see like what I mean. Everything is so big of a scale. Like even like small places to eat and stuff, they're all separated by like 50 meters between each or something. Like you can just walk in from one place to the other, and it's like this massive distance, between us, which is really cool for me. I love it because you're more relaxed when you're like this, and you don't have to worry about things. Another great benefit of the US is like, say like you want to go to a hotel, or like you want to go to like a holiday or something, or a vacation. You can just get a hotel room like anywhere in like a 3 to 5 star hotel for like $100, $100 or $120, and you can just have a great time in any place. And imagine like your salary is like, well, 6,000 a month on average, if you have like a education or whatever. It's like a corporate job or something. Imagine having that, and like just every month you would go somewhere with your family. You won't even spend like $250. And if you're like together with someone, you'd be like spending $100 each for a holiday over the weekend, to be like every other weekend you go somewhere in a different city. It's so cheap. Just like this type of stuff is so cheap, and the reason it is cheap is because it's accessible, and there's many people, many employees, many hotels that you can use anywhere you are. So that's like, and then there's tourism as well, because it's hot, right? It's like the US is like the hottest country to go to and to visit and see. Everyone's so curious about it. There's so many hotels, so much tourism. So like I remember even I went to Austin and I got a room. I paid like for the cheapest one, right? A queen bed or something, right? Mind you, the queen room is massive. It's like the suite here. It's like the same size. And it was like $100, and I arrived there and they're like, oh, we got you sorted out. We got you the executive king suite on top floor. 2 of the best rooms in the hotel. We just have space, why not? Here in the UK, this would never happen because they don't have space. Everything's sold out. And so you always have to like stress about and like kind of like plan ahead here a lot. You can't just like rock up to a place here and be like, oh, hey, do you have any rooms available or something? So that's one positive. Positive of the UK is like the greenery. You literally like here, a lot of people don't understand, but 87% of the UK is green. And this is like when I did my life in the UK test to become a citizen. They were doing I couldn't believe it that it's 87% is green. And the reason is because there is from the beginning of time, the industrial side of the cities were in one place, and then the living side of the cities are in the other place. So the rest is green. That's why you don't have too many properties here as well, because the properties are usually bundled up in places that are convenient. Like property will be in the center and you would have like terraced houses. But what I'm saying is that there's a lot of greenery that you probably never really seen if you live in London or something, but you can just get the train, literally 30 minutes on the train, and you will be in a village somewhere completely rural that you wouldn't even. I went the other weekend on a hike, like Seven Sisters. It's like an hour away from here on a train. It's like nothing, and really beautiful, really nice. What else is good here? This what I'm doing right now is like charity shops and little coffee shops, and I think the UK is doing very well. It's reviving itself. It's I'm seeing the UK life becoming a little bit relevant again. For 10 years it hasn't been. It was going downhill, and I think right now people have kind of like opened up a little bit and woke up a little bit, and now we're gonna see again flourishing UK, and I really hope it happens because it's a beautiful culture, beautiful people. Which brings me, I think, to the next point, like this culture of family and this culture of like Christianity and this culture of like getting together here is like something that I really, really appreciate. And it's like number one is pubs. Pubs are basically these public houses is what they're called. And so back in the day, people would make the pub in their own home, downstairs in their own home. So the neighborhoods will come in there and have like a community, right? Discuss politics, discuss what's wrong with the city, whatever, like any problems, anything like that. And then people will just come in there and have a pint and just enjoy themselves and talk, right? So that's one thing that I really love here. And then the next thing is like, a lot of people don't even know this, but you don't even hear about this when you're like from abroad. But there's this tradition here that is very relevant, I think it's called, the word, where it's called a Sunday roast. And for those that know it, you'll be laughing like that I have to explain it, but so those that don't, it's just this distinct tradition that every Sunday the family gets together, like your close ones, at 2 o'clock. You basically eat one dinner only and one lunch. So there's like basically 2 meals a day, but it's very filling. So you go for a roast, and it's like this filling dish with potatoes and meat and stuff like that. And it's this tradition where everywhere, almost every pub around me as well, they start making it like early in the morning, and you have to book like in a week in advance to go and get a table. And it's this tradition. It's a really beautiful thing. You go there and everyone's just having a roast, and it's this thing where it's like families come together and everyone's talking and stuff, and it's like, it's nice, people having pints and stuff and relaxing. I love that kind of stuff. And it's like this type of stuff is like pure British, pure cool stuff. And I don't know. Another thing that I think is really positive about the UK, and that's the food. The food is really great. The food is really good and really healthy, you know? Like, I think overall the food here is much healthier than anywhere in the world that I've tasted. And people complain a lot, but it's great. It's like vegetables are great, fruit is great, like perfect. Like pink lady apples are just amazing apples. The meat is great as well. It's not like GMO'd or anything like that. And you know, when people in the US say my steak is grass-fed, every steak here is grass-fed in the UK. Every steak is grass-fed. And it's like, it's this thing where it's like such good and healthy food, and the coffee's great, and the dairy products are great, eggs, cheese, just amazing. And these are the positives here, I think. And then, I mean, the US is just, I can't even explain it. Like, I don't like comparing because UK is so small comparison to the US, but it's just like everything there is so different and so cool. Like, you know, one thing that just comes to mind right now, and that's college football. For those that know what it is, it's like, is this tournament that is run only by American football, college American football. So like, imagine the equivalent here of like universities in the UK having their own like soccer games. I'm talking like, it's a whole business, it's a whole industry, because these people have been like working out and like training for like years to become players in these college football teams, right? And then it's bigger than the NFL basically, because it's like every stadium is packed every time there's a game. And even like, I'm talking 100,000 people show up at for example, a Texas game, right? Which is like a UTA game, University of Texas Longhorns. They're like 100,000 people show up. It's like crazy. And if people buy tickets and stuff, it's like $20, $30 a ticket, and you just go there. Amazing time. I've never been, but it's like one of the things I really want to do next. And it's this thing, imagine having it here. It's like, imagine the entertainment that you're gonna get every time. Like, I would love to see it, to see this happen between universities here. I was very thankful that I was actually able to meet one of the teams by accident. I used to work in a hotel back in the day, and they were staying in an our hotel. It's called Texas Tech, and they gave me like hoodies and stuff. So I have merchandise from there, but they're just great. See, that's what I meant, the pub. Saturday right now, look how they're watching the rugby today. I'm gonna go and watch it as well later on. But it's like, I was gonna go to the stadium today, but they didn't have any tickets. But it's like, which brings me to this point, the cultural stuff. It's like, this is called Six Nations, and it's basically from the time, like, I don't know how long it's been that they've been doing it, but it's like this cultural tournament of like all the countries that are in the Commonwealth. So they play against each other. The Australia, New Zealand, UK, and so on, and they play Ireland, Wales. They play against each other, and it's this rugby tournament that's like the biggest thing ever here, one of the biggest things ever. So right now it's going on. But yeah, these are kind of like what comes to mind. But tell me in the comments what you think. I feel like these are like such things that can change your life basically, because if you live in a place like that, it's like you're more relaxed or whatever if you're in the US, and the other way around as well, and you can just have to make your own choice. But I hope that was useful, and Let me know if you lived in the US, and if you found it interesting. I'm gonna go and check out some shops right now. See you.